Jai Gurudev Bhuvneshwari ji.
Jai Gurudev.
I invite you to share your experiences of our healing sessions. What was the initial problem?
I came in because I have a health condition.
Mm,
It's a thyroid condition and also high BP.
mm,
That at a physical level, but I think energetically I was feeling very depleted, and I am undergoing medical treatment for my physical condition. But somewhere I was feeling that it's not giving me the results that I need,
mm,
and
mm.
therefore I signed on for the healing sessions with you.
So why did you choose our healing sessions with the heal community?
Yeah, so I had attended the iHeal 1 week challenge.
Okay.
While I was attending it, there were 2 days when you came in person.
Mm,
Yeah. And when I experienced that in person, when you did the healing, I could visibly feel that something shifted for me in a positive way. I
mm,
can't exactly describe what happened, but I
mm,
knew that something just energetically felt like this is the right direction to take.
correct. So how the sessions helped with your problems?
So I'm still going through the sessions,
Right.
but I think right from the first session and subsequent sessions, I've always found that it is on a progress note.
Mm,
Like it's not kind of because many other things that I was trying, I could see that I would move towards something positive and then it would kind of spiral back.
mm,
In this case, I can say very confidently, like I'm midway in the entire healing session therapy.
yeah.
I can say that I have not spiraled back. Maybe something new emerges which needs
Mm,
to be attended to. But energetically and also in my mind, I don't feel like, I'm going back to the place where I was earlier. I think that's the biggest positive factor for me
mm,
in the sessions and in whatever that is going to come as we move forward. Second thing, like I told in the beginning itself, I'm going through homeopathy treatment, I'm going through Ayurvedic treatment. I know that they're bringing me results, but I think it was not integrating with my energy system.
mhm.
And somewhere it was addressing it, but deep within, I wasn't feeling the confidence and trust and faith. I
Right.
think the healing session has helped me move a lot of miles on the trust path.
Thank you so much. And what are the emotions, that you could overcome inside you, or what breakthroughs you had at a mental level?
So I will say two things. One is the point of resilience.
Mm,
That has been something that I have always sought for in my life. And I think I would go up that path, and somewhere along the way, I would get deterred by it. And in one of the healing sessions, when you said, look at a particular point and that is
mm,
your point of resilience, I think it just gave me an anchor. So subsequently, when I felt fear or I felt anxious, I felt something that would pull me back, I would just take my attention to that point of resilience and then have the faith that, the energy system will help me, will take care of me.
mm,
That's one thing. And the second one is about, I think one of the sessions when I shared, the life situation, and
mm,
then we talked about grounding.
mm,
How do I handle excitement and how it kind of goes out of bounds, and how to be in that space, but also be centered and grounded.
mm.
I think that's the second factor which I'm holding on to very strongly. Uh,
Amazing.
because again, the life gives some days where one feels very elated, and then
Mm,
there are days when it's not that much. But even on those days of elation, I'm not allowing it to go out of bounds and create some other imagination in my head. So I'm just grounding myself and saying, okay, this is my point, and let me be here. I'm enjoying it, but at the same time, let me not go out of or sway too much that I will not be able to retain what I have.
Great. So you found a deep resilience and grounding such that anything uh, too much positive, too much negative, in spite of that, you are able to maintain your centeredness, right?
Absolutely.
Bounce back, amazing, and deal with the situation better, right?
Yeah.
So how has it improved your life? What would you say?
So even before you said, ask this question, it had occurred to me like one important element is sleep.
Hmm.
I think my sleep has improved tremendously. And
Amazing.
that was something that I was struggling with. I was getting onto the positive side, but I think I just got this booster there, So suddenly something seems like people would say, like, you can sleep better if you let go. But
Mm.
I can't just let go mentally, right? I can let go, but then I can mentally even take it back.
Yes,
But
yes.
now I think it has gone beyond the mental plane.
Mm.
It's gone to the energetic plane where no longer just my mind is governing how I'm feeling or how I'm behaving. There's a higher source that seems to be guiding it. And I know that for sure, that even if I play with my mind, I know that that energy cloud is handling all those dynamics.
So you became more in touch with your true self and more aware, and that helped you handle your mental challenges as well, which
Yeah.
in turn helped you with your physical things like sleep and all. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sleep is one thing. And I think emotionally, the element of fear and anxiousness.
Fear and
Yeah,
anxiety.
that would be a kind of a repeat process for me. But now I'm somehow able to unhook from that. I
Amazing.
won't say it's gone away.
Yeah,
It's there, but
yeah.
then it is not hooking me on and depleting me.
Because life is going to send situations where you're going to these things are going to get trigger at times, when being able to unhook, being centered, and then respond to the situation is what you're seeing, the strength that you achieved or
Yeah.
became aware of it that you already have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, even before I came to you, I was in the, in the energy healing space, but something in my life kind of just brought me to base zero in terms of my trust and faith. And I think this whole experience with you is taking me back to those days where I know that so much of abundance and so much of gifts were given to me because I belong to that space of energy.
Mm,
I think
mm.
I'm welcoming that all over again.
Beautiful, thank you. And why would you recommend others to experience these healing sessions?
I would say, like, if you want to go beyond the mind, not want to just run the race, uh,
Mm,
then just pause and allow some things to happen.
mm,
I think this is the space which everybody needs to welcome. I'll say one. And second, I will say that you as a healer is so, not at all prominent. Like, it's not like somebody is doing it for you.
mm,
And somewhere along the way, I attended your other sessions as well. And then you talk about awakening the healer in us,
mm,
and
mm.
you being that channel or the person who
Space.
triggers.
I'm just holding the space. Yeah.
You're holding the space. So I think from that perspective, it's something more sustainable.
Mm,
That
mm, true.
that deeper person or the being in me, which
Mm,
has the energy to heal, for it to get that space and for it to have somebody like you who's holding the space with so much love and so much of warmth, and so much of, I think, the optimism,
Thank
that
you. I
makes
think it's Gurudev's grace that it flows through all of us, and I'm so happy. Like you are able to find that space within you whenever you need to access, rather than depending on something outside or someone outside. So that's where we are at.
correct. And
Thank
I think that's the beauty of these healing sessions, that there is no dependency that is getting created. At the
you.
same time, each session is very welcome.
Mm,
It's like I look forward to it, but it's not like, this has to happen. And if it doesn't happen, something will happen to me. That
mm.
compulsiveness is not there.
Yes, I mean the other day when you shared you suddenly had a leg pain because something triggered it, then you were able to utilizing some techniques that I shared, and amongst other things you were able to handle manage it by
Yes.
yourself, right?
Yeah. So I told you, like, I'm not
Uh,
getting into a negative spiral. I know some things are happening, which is still not like a clean shit. But
mm,
at the same time, it is not taking me into a negative spiral, like going back to the starting point
it's
where I was.
progressive for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
thank
know
you.
कि ये हुआ है तो इससे आगे जाएंगे. हो-
That's the biggest part, that you've been able to handle it independently.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, things that I wouldn't imagine to do, like, I've done AMPs, I'm doing it continuously, and Sanyam I did very recently. I would have hesitated to get into these programs. I would have gone into my head. I've been doing it, but I would have still gone into my head and given myself enough reasons to not do it. But I think now it has gone beyond that. It's like coming into that space of complete surrender.
Thanks for sharing this, because I mean it has improved your decision making, we can put it that way, in a way, as an add-on. And since the energy is unblocked, getting unblocked and harmonized, then you are able to take those decisions which are optimum for your body, mind, soul, right, to sum it
Yeah,
up.
I would think
Thank
that
you.
that soul is giving the multiplying factor.
Yeah, that's all. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing. So beautiful it was. Loved it. I had fun.